Hey, it's Jen Vax with YourColorStyle.com. In this video, I want to explain undertones, warm undertones, cool undertones, skin tones, olive skin tones, and I'm going to explain it in a different kind of way. Undertones can be very confusing, especially when you may feel that you are neutral or that you have olive skin tone or your skin is yellow and it doesn't seem to fit in any kind of color type or color system. And I thought that it would be helpful to explain how your skin tone overall, your appearance, is kind of created based on your undertones. And I feel like this really explains a lot and may help you learn what your undertones are and why, instead of someone just saying that, oh, you have warm undertones or cool undertones. So let's start out first with skin tone. Now, I understand that these are very light colors, and I have a little bit further down the browns as well. I didn't go into the medium beiges also because there's just a lot of different shades and tints, and we could go on for hours on all the different nuances. So I'm giving you the basics so that you can take that and apply it to yourself, I hope. So we're looking at light warm yellow to a light pink, kind of a warm pink. And these are here to represent your skin, not undertones, but imagine a layer of skin, okay? Just a layer over nothing. And if you had no undertones, your skin, if you were light skinned, would look something like this. But that's not how it works because your undertones play a pretty important part in your overall appearance. So we have warm undertones, and we're going to use this very bright yellow, and we have cool undertones. Now, the reason I have yellow and blue is because warm undertones have yellow underneath the skin and cool undertones have blue underneath the skin. So when we layer things up, we take this yellow to pink skin and we layer it over the blue, we get cool undertones. We get skin that has cool undertones. Notice that now those yellows and pinks and peaches that you saw now have a very blue-based cool feel to them, a very cool blue-based pink. Now, your skin may not match this exactly, but if you are fairer skinned, you might actually see some of these tones in your skin. And then for warm undertones, we take that same layer of skin, if you will, and we layer it over the yellow. And now we have warmer versions of those colors. We have this nice warm ivory to the peaches and peach pinks. And so if you are lighter skin, these are colors that should sort of remind you of your overall skin tone. Okay? So for me, my coloring is somewhere around here. And just to demonstrate, if we take those cool undertones and put a blue-based light magenta up against there, it goes. It works really well. The same is true for taking a yellow-based color and putting it up against the warm undertones. And if we reverse it, it doesn't work, doesn't look right. And the same with putting the magenta against the warm undertones, doesn't work. One is a blue-based pink and these are yellow-based. This is a blue-based skin tone and this is a yellow-based color. This is how you can tell sometimes, even when you're draping your own self with clothes, that yellow-based colors are going to look best on someone with warm undertones and blue-based colors are going to look best on cool undertones. And when I say blue-based, there's a big range there. What I really mean to say is blue-based pinks specifically look best on someone with cool undertones. All right, so let me show you some browns now. So again, pretend that this is skin with no undertones, and we have a yellow brown all the way to a red brown. Okay, and this is my best representation of brown skin. And I know there are a lot of different depths. You can go medium, you can go darker, where I chose this to explain the concept, and hopefully you can apply this to your own skin, okay? So when we layer those browns over the yellow that I had showed you earlier, you get these nice warm colors, warm golden browns to these orangey red browns, okay? And those are all, if you have brown skin that's picks up on these tones, you're going to likely have warm undertones. If you layer that same brown, these right here, over the blues, now you've got blue tones showing through. So magenta browns, cool browns, almost kind of look a little olivine sometimes, and anywhere in between. Now, again, if you go darker or lighter, you're going to have the more of the tan and beiges, and if you go darker, you're going to have the darker browns. But in general, you may have some of these tones. So you may have a magenta brown skin. Now, the one skin that I'm not showing is the blue black. So someone who has very dark brown skin and they have a lot of blue that kind of shows through. And that would also be someone that has cool undertones, because we have that blue undercurrent going through there. These are blue based. So again, if we use the colors up against these, we've got the yellow based colors up against the warm undertones, and it looks in harmony. And we have a blue based pink, magenta up against these cool undertones, also in harmony, but it doesn't work the other way around. We have warm undertones against the blue based magenta, doesn't go. And the same is true for taking a yellow based salmon up against these cool undertones, doesn't work. And so that should give you some clues as to whether or not you have warm or cool undertones. Out on the blog, I have placed for you a skin tone chart based on what I just explained. So you can see here on the right side of this chart are all of the warm colors, all the warm skin tones, and on the left are all of the cool skin tones, from very fair to beiges to dark. And I've labeled them a little bit here in the regions so that you can get an idea of where you might fit. So we've got like warm ivory to golden brown, kind of a light apricot to orange brown, peach to amber brown. And then over here we have pink to magenta brown, a pink beige to a pink brown, or maybe even a cool brown, and then pale olive to deep olive. And this is a Pinterest size image. So if you have a Pinterest board and you want to pin it to your board, you can totally do that, or you can download it for your own purposes. So this is out on the blog for you, and I will leave a link to this post in the description of this video for you. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. I'm Jen Vax, and thank you so much for watching.